dentist. I'm handling shit, I'm a menace, no dentist.
What's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome back to the At the Buzzer podcast. I'm DC and I'm here with
G Money.
Colin.
finally got Coach G Money back on the pod because
Yes,
of, midweek action.
Yup.
Y'all boys was just on ESPN last night as of recording on Tuesday night, facing Miami in the Redbird rivalry. Unfortunately, Miami got his 5th straight win over Ball State. But
you could have just let that part out. Real. You could have just said they won.
But we got G back this week, so we're going to talk about college football playoff first poll just dropped.
Hold on. Speaking of my bad. Going back to the game last night. This is so irrelevant. This is very irrelevant, but I got hit in the nuts yesterday by a ref. He tried to throw a flag, and when he cocked his arm back, the flag flew out his hand and smacked me dead in my nuts, bro. It hurt
Wait, so
bad.
the flag hurt?
Huh?
The flag hurt?
Yes. Have you ever held?
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, bro. That little black part of the flag,
Oh,
bro,
man.
that thing smacked me dead. I was hurt.
I'm about to go look back on the recording and see if I can find that. Post that
not.
for y'all.
I hope
Facts.
not.
But, yeah, we're going to talk about the first CFP poll, kind of in the smack dab of the middle of the NFL season. NBA still cooking, and college basketball is back. So, first, let's talk about the CFP poll. Who is too high, in your opinion? If anybody. So, right now, the top 5 is Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Miami, Penn State, Tennessee, Hoosiers. Who's 9 and 10? I don't have it in front of me.
BYU's 9, Notre Dame 10, Bama 11, Boise State 12. I personally, I don't.
Or actually, do you think these are good rankings?
Personally, I think it's good ranking. I mean, you want the best teams, so I think they're the best teams now. As far as actual records, I ain't gonna cap. I really think I think Georgia currently right now is the best team in the country. I know their records say something else, but I think if they was to play Oregon right now, that's dubs. If they played Ohio State right now, that's dubs. I personally think they're the best team. So
I honestly think Oregon is the best team in the country. They've looked the part outside of the first couple weeks. They've looked the part, offense and defensively. Dan Lanning is coaching very well right now. He could very well be a candidate for Coach of the Year. Definitely not Coach Sig, though. He's not on that level. I honestly, I'm not mad at these rankings. I think they went off losses too much when they chose between Ohio State and Georgia. 'Cause I think Georgia should be number 2. But I get it. Ohio State's only loss is to Oregon, whereas Georgia's was Bama, who is now number 12 or 11. So I get it, but I got to say my Hoosiers should have been top 5. 9-0. I know it's the whole strength of schedule thing, but they smacking everybody they play.
y'all got so lucky this year. I ain't gonna cap. Cause this is probably the first year y'all don't play Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State all in the same year. Y'all just play Michigan and Ohio State. But still, y'all got
Really different. I get it, but what's really different? We still playing 2 out of the 3, and Michigan is really. That's what I like. That's
But
why
y'all
I'm kind of
lucky y'all
mad.
don't play Penn State.
I'm kind of mad that Michigan is trash this year, because that win would look a lot better. But I mean, it's looking like we're about to go into Columbus 10-0, and that's gonna be a good game. Honestly, I think Ohio State gonna win. I think Ohio State gonna win, but I think if Indiana competes, they're top 5, 7. But if they win, you got to put them in the top 3. I'm not gonna lie, because if Ohio State is number 2,
Yeah.
and Hoosiers come into Columbus and leave with a W, they have to be top 3.
I don't know though. I still don't.
But it's a road game at the number 2 team in the country, though.
I can see why you want to put them in the top 3, but I ain't gonna cap. I still think Texas is a better team than them. I still think Miami is a better team than them.
That's the thing, though. Miami's schedule been a cakewalk, too. They've had a cupcake schedule,
They have.
but they've been close with almost all of them. That's the difference. IU hasn't won by less than 14. And they just trailed for the first time this Saturday and then put up 47 unanswered.
Personally, I still think Miami's just a better team than IU. I ain't gonna lie.
Now,
That's
Cam
how I
Ward's
feel.
still going to have 400, 4 tuds. And like
Ooh,
Restrepo,
I don't know about 4. Like, if they was to play IU,
3. Restrepo going to probably get him a tud.
yeah.
But they got to stop Curtis York, Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper. And I don't think Cristobal is as good of a coach as Sig. I think Signetti will outcoach a lot of these coaches, to be honest.
I think he could, but at the same time, Cam Ward is just. I think he would be too much. I think that
It's hard to stop that.
whole skill position on Miami would be too much for IU.
That'd be a good matchup, though.
For sure.
I think that Indiana at Tennessee matchup would be very scary for IU because Neyland Stadium, especially in a playoff atmosphere,
It's gonna be rocking.
that would be very rough. But I honestly think they could pull out a win. I think they're way more legit than people want to give them credit for.
And plus Tennessee, in my opinion, bro, Tennessee really not that good, bro. They should, Bama should have beat them, bro. That shit. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think Tennessee all that, personally.
So, in its, 10, 11 years, only 2 teams have started out the CFP poll number 1 and actually won the Natty. Do you think that's going to be 3 teams this year, or you think it's going to keep
No.
that same trend of not? No.
I really don't think Oregon. I don't think Oregon gonna win it all. Maybe I might eat my words, but I don't think they're gonna win it all. To be honest.
Say IU beats Ohio State. Who's winning that Big Ten championship, Oregon or Indiana? At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indy. Be a lot of red out there.
Boy, you gonna think they everybody blood, boy. Dang.
It's going to be a lot of red out there if Ohio State win, though. Because
Yeah.
Columbus way closer than Eugene.
Ooh, IU versus, I ain't gonna lie, IU versus Oregon would be tough. That would be a tough little matchup. But I think Oregon will win, but it ain't gonna be more than double digits though.
That's a game.
That's a game.
That's definitely a game.
That's a
Speaking
game.
of game, the game, we can talk about it when we get closer to the end of the season, obviously, but does Michigan go 4 straight?
Man, Ohio State finna put belts. I ain't gonna lie. Ohio
So-
State putting belt.
If you're the Ohio State AD, are you firing Ryan Day that day, like right after the game if they lose?
Yes.
Yeah. He's out of here,
Packer
bro.
stuff.
He's
It might
outta
be
here.
packed for him when he's done.
No, for real.
As soon as he get in the locker room.
If they was down like 14 at halftime, all right, buddy, you're not going back out there.
kick rocks.
You might as well just go ahead to the car. You
Yeah.
go.
If they lose, I ain't gonna lie. If they lose again, bro, you gotta fire him because, bro,
Have
there's
to.
no way you playing a worst team in a few years and
No, for
y'all
real.
still lose. Come on, bro.
Like this Michigan team this year is trash. They can't move the ball on offense.
Yeah, bro.
And this Ohio State roster is like one of, if not actually the most expensive roster in the country. So y'all did all that over the offseason to lose to the team up north again. You
In my
have to
opinion,
fire Ryan Day.
They really should make it to like the Final Four for this college football playoffs because you
Yeah, I think anything besides semifinals is a bad season for them.
damn near got the best roster, or at least like the second or third best roster in college football. If you don't make it to the Final Four, yeah, bro, it might be time to have that talk with Buddy. Especially if they lose to Michigan. And really, in my opinion, Notre Dame shouldn't even be in these college football playoffs or rankings.
Why wouldn't you have Notre Dame in there? Is it the NIU loss?
Not even that, bro. Everybody know they playoff resume.
True.
Everybody know how they get in that posting. But them boys are the Cowboys when they get in the playoffs. So I hate watching them in playoffs. Like, it's irritating. Because everybody hype them up. And they get in the playoffs, piss down their leg, lights too bright. That's just how I feel.
You think they will lose even if they got a home game, though?
Depending on who they play.
True. Because they did lose at home to Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois, hey, technically Ball State beat Notre Dame.
That's
if
what
we-
I'm saying.
If we want to keep it a buck.
Exactly.
Ball State really the second best team in the state,
Yep.
apparently.
Ball so hard. Why ain't you?
It's so weird to see that BYU is going to be a top 4 seed, because who would have thought that BYU would be coming out of the Big 12 in its first year,
First year, undefeated right now,
like undefeated. That's it. It's crazy.
and looking solid. Boy. If they hey, I ain't gonna lie, if they make it to the playoffs and win at least one game, I know they can't.
That's a lot of soaking.
lot of soaking, boy. Lot of soaking.
Down there. Super soakers.
It's gonna be a lot of soaking. Boy, them players gonna get soaked.
Yeah, we gonna have to monitor, just what's going on throughout the season. We got a big game Saturday that will definitely shift the CFP. Bama LSU. Big rivalry game.
Need this one.
Where is it? Is it at Death Valley or Bryant-Denny?
Death
Oh,
Valley. Need this
Uh-oh.
one. Bama need this one so bad, boy.
yeah. Nah. Whoever loses this is playoff
Yeah,
hope is
for
gone.
sure.
Playoff hope is
Yeah.
definitely gone.
And it's like,
Because both of them have to win out. Because they're not winning the conference. That's between Texas and Georgia at this point.
but even if LSU
Or
win,
Tennessee, I guess.
even if LSU win, I still don't think they're gonna get in the playoffs because Texas A&M still put belts to them.
True.
So it's like Texas A&M might get in over SMU, or SMU just gonna bump up. I don't know. We just gonna see how they gonna play.
Dang, that's weird too. Can you imagine SMU getting to the playoff coming out of the ACC, bro? That don't even sound right.
At all.
Crazy.
ACC. Wait, I'm tweaking her.
It's not the
Clemson number 23. Wow,
Yeah, they just
they
just
did
got
just
belt.
lose, didn't they? I forgot.
Louisville.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see what the next, how the end of the college football season is about to shape up, because this 12-team format is definitely finna feed. And the conference realignment, first year fed, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, this year of college football been fire.
Crazy games.
But NFL is on, week 10 now? I think.
Something like that. Week 9,
Think so.
something like that.
Yeah.
Week 9, week 10.
I think it's week 10.
So as we look through, both conferences, middle of the season, who's legit? Who's an actual contender?
Detroit.
For sure.
Yes.
Without
I honestly
question.
think it's the NFC is Detroit's to lose, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Detroit. That's like the main. That's top dog right now. For real.
Because they clicking on both sides. Jared Goff is hooping. Really the whole skill position, honestly. And then Dan Campbell is just, he hearing music in his head
Yeah.
while he on the sideline.
Facts. The Chiefs, obviously, 8-0. I hate to say it,
They
but
should not be 8-0.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be at all.
But it's crazy they really 8-0 after winning back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yes.
This is really our, modern-day Patriots.
And they talking about getting wide
Hate it.
receiver help.
How did Mahomes come back in the game, bro?
Boy, they shot him up.
They said it was.
Yeah.
They said it was black devil magic. Cause bro, it looked like he hurt his hip, ACL, and ankle in one play.
Yeah, bro.
But he back out there and he lead a game-winning drive.
That man not human, bro.
Speaking of, how do y'all feel about the overtime rules?
I hate them, bro. I've always hated them because it's like, bro, games could be so much better if both teams had a chance to score, bro.
Right.
Like, A would be so much better, but they don't want to do that. So
Yeah, because it's truly not up to chance. It's like whoever won the coin toss, whatever. It's still more pressure on you if you got to go second. But
exactly,
like if I'm watching Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and Pat get the ball first, I want to see Joe get a chance. What you
Literally.
mean? Like, I think that's something they Ben should have done, bro.
games would be
Yeah.
so much better if they did, bro.
Yeah, did y'all see Baker reaction when he saw the Chiefs won the coin?
He was hot, like, bro. He
Yeah.
knew what was gonna happen. He knew what was gonna happen.
So, are we saying right now the Super Bowl is the Chiefs and Lions?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
Uh,
ruling out the Ravens. I know they still second in their conference, but
I ain't ruling out the Steelers,
Really?
but like they always do find a way to sell
exactly.
and be on some BS. So
Okay.
I ain't ruling them in either.
I ain't ruling out them dirty birds, man. 6-3.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all are doing better than
Offense is looking great.
Y'all are, hey, Kirko Chains, hey boy, he
The offense looking
I ain't
great.
gonna
Drake
lie,
London is
he's
looking like an
like-
all-pro receiver this year. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Bijan cooking and Tyler Algier cooking on the ground.
Hey,
Then
y'all-
Kyle Pitts actually getting the ball
hey,
sometimes.
Darnell Mooney really, hey,
Darnell Mooney,
is
though,
going
thank
to
you,
work,
bro.
boy.
He's
His route running is so
Cooking, bro.
tough,
I'm a dude
bro.
sitting at home crying right
Mad.
now, bro.
I love it,
Darnell
though.
Mooney be working.
And then Jesse Bates got like 4 forced turnovers this season. He cooking.
Yep.
Boy,
Simmons cooking. Grady Jarrett cooking.
Mhm.
But I don't know what happened to AJ Terrell, man.
Oh, DK Metcalf did him dirty
Bad.
a couple weeks ago. Oh my
boy,
goodness.
Bad.
grown man ever blocked me with one arm. Boy, I'm
As soon as I
Like
heard
this is
that,
supposed to be AJ's year to be like, okay, I'm top 3 cornerback in
Right.
the league, but
telling one of my homies go to the car, grab the gun. Grab the
and we in Atlanta, bro. You definitely can find somebody.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Speaking of, hey, shout out Jeffrey, man. YSL Goat came home.
oh man, oh man.
But yeah, like Falcons do look good. Obviously, we got to see how Kirk performed in the playoffs,
Yeah.
which hasn't really
resume
looked well.
Resume ain't too good.
But we'll see. We'll see. I also really like Raheem Morris. That he was a good hire.
very good.
But out of the AFC, yeah, I think it's between the Chiefs and Ravens. I mean, people want like you can throw the Bills in there, but I don't know.
Hey,
It's the
Bills is
Bills.
looking good though.
I think they gonna be the modern day Cowboys. You know, like Cowboys been had that history. I think the Bills sliding into that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't ever believe in them come playoff time.
Imagine they got to the Super Bowl again and went 0-5. Like, could you imagine being a Bills fan in the 90s,
No.
bro?
Absolutely.
Then they go to
not.
4 straight,
Yes.
you get so
lost
happy.
all 4
Get so happy just to lose. Blue balls
year
every
after
time.
year, bro.
I'll be hot. It's like that's almost like a girl invite you over 5 times. All 5 times. Y'all just sit there and watch the whole movie. And go home, you go home.
Do y'all think Washington is legit? Y'all think they could really make some noise in the playoffs with a rookie QB?
They
Because
look
what are
kinda
they?
decent, but
6-2,
7-2.
7-2,
They look decent. I ain't gonna cap.
and they play pretty well against the Ravens too.
Now they got Marshawn Latt.
Yeah. So that's my other question.
That's a
Who
big
who
up.
got the best at the deadline? Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or Washington? Because the Steelers got Mike Williams. That finally gave them a receiver,
Mhm.
another receiver at least. Baltimore got Trey White. I know he's
Yeah.
not as good as he used to be, but
Right. He's still good.
he's still a good cornerback. And then Washington got Lattimore. And he's still a great.
I'm gonna say
cornerback.
Washington. I'm gonna say Washington got the best of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Personally, like, don't get me wrong, Mike Williams good, but he just
He don't move the needle.
not for me. And then Trey White don't move it either for me. Like, if you would have told me this a couple years ago that they
Yeah.
got Trey
It would
White,
have been
boy, that's
scary.
scratch.
Right.
Ain't nobody catching nothing on that, but he ain't what he used to be after that injury. Like, I ain't saying he trash, but I don't think he as solid as he was.
Agreed. I do like the Steelers getting Williams, getting a great deep ball thrower and Russ, a guy like that. That's always a good move.
Yeah.
And so he's one of the best jump ball catchers we've probably ever seen in the game. So I think it's a solid move. But yeah, getting Lattimore a great coverage corner 1-on-1, and it's still like Daner in his prime. I think that's hard to beat.
I just wish the Colts could get somebody like that, man.
Yeah.
We just so we don't care about our seasons.
Flacco low-key looked worse on Sunday.
Yeah, he did, bro.
What do you mean you gonna roll with Flacco for the time being? If they both gonna be mid, why not pick the younger guy that you plan to build your franchise around?
It's
But
because
they in
the
them
whole
other
like
games-
front office know their jobs is gone, so they like playoffs. But Joe Flacco is
Don't
not
look
looking
like
like
he'll
he
get
the
you
one
there.
gonna do it. Like I know y'all played the Vikings, and the Vikings is really solid this year, but
We
the
should've
offense
won
had
that.
the worst game of the season.
Yeah.
Should have won that, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to that part of the game where they was talking about AR and what he said about being tired, and then they pan the camera to him
And he was yawning.
I started crying. I'm like, bro, you're crazy. You crazy.
I honestly don't think that whole "take me out, I'm tired" thing was. I think that was kind of overblown. I feel like he shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Right.
like that reporter, I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
You know, that's like I would have asked too. And as soon as he said, "I'm tired," oh yeah, that's an immediate post on
Exactly.
Twitter. But you can't say that. You got to say like I was cramping or
Mm-hmm.
something else, not
Yeah.
flat out. Yeah, I was tired.
I was tired.
Come on.
I can't lie. Like,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, as a quarterback, you can't say that shit. Like, you cannot.
Cannot.
You got old linemen that's out there every play fighting for their life, blocking
Right.
for you, blocking for their teammates. And you come out and say, like, I understand he threw a whole 300-pound man off his body.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But your old line out there every play, you should be out there every play. And you're supposed to be the leader. Like, you got to be out there. I think that was, personally, I thought that was some BS. You can't do that.
Media training got to get better, man.
Got to.
That don't happen 10 years ago. Just saying.
Boy, you cannot say that.
At all.
I don't like, even if you is tired, bro, fake something.
Right.
I would have lied.
I rolled my ankle. You
Like
know,
something, bro.
Like I said though, as media, bro, as soon as he would have said that, my eyes would have lit up. Yes,
Would have gave me a high
right
five, huh?
on, bro.
Good job.
appreciate you. You just
He
put
try-
food
he-
on the table tonight.
Man,
He trying to be real and stuff, but like, no.
he just gave
bro.
me so many so many impressions on Twitter, bro. Right on, bro. Appreciate it. Now people posting my clip on Instagram.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can't like in moments like that. You cannot be real.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
you gotta be
lie.
fake.
Why? But yeah, I don't like how the whole front office is handling this because they ain't even tell Pittman, his wide receiver one, that his quarterback just got benched.
Yeah.
He found out on Instagram or Twitter or something.
Yeah,
Like, that's bad.
It's terrible.
so I'm pretty sure a decent amount of them on the offense did. Actually, I'm pretty sure some of them did not know, and that's stupid. Like, why would you not tell them
Right.
they starting QB is getting benched? That don't make no sense to me.
None at all.
But I hope this front office. I hope like they got to get rid of this front office. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because Ballard can't really draft or do anything in free agency. And then I think it's time for Jim Irsay to just give it up to his daughters, bro.
Please.
Because it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. Especially he kind of on his last leg, too.
But he,
Yeah.
yeah, he just need to quit that.
You think I should stick with Steichen, though?
I would personally. I still feel like he's a good offensive mind. I feel like with the weapons he still got on offense, like I feel like he could still do something. It's just need more. Like you just plain out simple, you just need more. And you're not getting more with that front office, so
Yeah.
I give him about 1 or 2 more tries though. With a new office. And then if he booked, hey, if it's still trash after that, yeah, go ahead, K Rock.
Yeah,
bro.
brother, you on a leash. Do your thing. Yeah, like I said about college football, we'll keep monitoring the rest of the NFL season. NBA, this is what, week 3 now?
I think so. Yep.
Why has Joel Embiid had a technical foul? 2 investigations into him, which led to a $100,000 fine for the Sixers
Yep.
and a 3-day suspension
Hold on.
before he even played 1 minute of the
Yep.
season.
2 investigations for what?
So they investigated the Sixers for how they reported his injuries and, the whole little management thing. So they fined them $100,000 for that. And then he pushed a Philadelphia columnist like during the interview because he asked him. The columnist was he asked him about his
The
little
quote,
brother dying or something.
The quote is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you.
What's the quote?
We cool to read that?
Yeah.
Okay. Joel Embiid consistently points to the birth of his son Arthur as the major inflection point in his basketball career. He often says that he wants to be great to leave a legacy for the boy named after his little brother, who tragically died in an automobile accident when Embiid was in his first year as a 76er. Well, in order to be great at your job, you have to show up for work. Embiid has been great at just the opposite. Now, in his 11th season, he has consistently been in poor condition. This poor conditioning apparently seems to have delayed his debut this season.
I did more than pushed him.
That's crazy.
You don't
Like,
He's
that's
baiting.
insane.
He's baiting hard.
Like
that's
you
his
can say all that like
right.
do your job, show up for your job or
Yeah.
play or whatever. He don't play, but
Right.
why you got to invoke his
Don't-
little
don't
brother?
put-
You knew
But-
exactly what you were doing, including dead people, including family. That's so unnecessary. Like you said, you could have made whatever point you needed to make without including someone's family.
You don't
So-
play with levels.
Yeah, I don't really feel sorry for him at all. And I think it's kind of crazy the league suspended him for that. It's a two-way
for
street.
3 games too.
Yeah, if you expect players to have decorum and be respectful, the media should have to do that as well.
On Twitter, they said if you really wanted to punish him, make him play 3 games.
Nah, that's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
it is probably how like all of that has happened and he hasn't even played yet.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And PG just played his first game.
Right.
And speaking of that, I don't like how he was really kind of cold all night, but he demanded the ball
Yeah,
at
he
the end of the
gonna
game.
wave
It
off
was
Maxey.
KD hit the what eventually was the game-winning layup, and it was still 22 seconds on the clock. PG just walked it up the court ISO, which is, don't get me wrong, like it is Paul George.
Right.
He is y'all second biggest star.
For sure.
But Tyrese was hot, and Tyrese has been that guy in the clutch for them for like a year and a half now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that 100%. I think especially when you start joining big talent together, it takes some humility, and especially PG being older, you should be willing to give up some of those late game shots to build up a young star like Maxey. He's 4-14 on the night, and I get it. You got Grayson Allen on you. Not saying Grayson's a bad defender. You more physically gifted than him. That's a matchup you could eat, but like you said, you cold, bro. Maxey was 12 of 22, 32 points. Let him cook. And Phoenix don't got a lot of great one-on-one defenders. So if you go matchup for matchup, it doesn't even matter like that. So you give it to the hot hand, and I'm with you on that 100%. Not a cool move.
If I'm Maxey, on my mama, this is the last time he getting the ball in the clutch. Ask for it again, I'm a no.
Yeah, Maxie, I ain't gonna lie. You a star now, bro.
Yeah, you start.
Drop your nuts.
You see the clip where they posted, they edited the PG shot, and then it was like, ball game.
Ball. No OT tonight.
You talking about
Ball.
the Gatorade?
Yeah.
Hey, I love
Ball
when they do that because they
game.
did it for a game when he was on the Pacers too, did they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh,
love
I've
that,
always
bro.
hated that commercial, bro,
love
because
that.
why he got to be in the Pacers jersey for that, bro?
Oh
No
my
OT tonight.
Gosh, I love when they do that. That be
Ball
having me
game.
crying.
And then it'll edit it to the air ball.
Right.
Pandemic P.
It's crazy.
Bro, if you ever just grab the rebound. So, speaking of the Sixers, them and the Bucks are the last 2 teams in the East.
Oh.
Like, I think the Bucks are 1-5 or 1-6.
Yes,
and I
the
think
Bucks
the
look
Sixers are
terrible.
also 1-5 or 2-5, 2-6,
Yeah.
something like that.
Milwaukee's
Ain't that
1-6. Philly's 1-5.
That's not crazy.
That's bad.
There's
really
only
bad.
2 teams in the East that have a winning record: Boston and Cleveland. But before we talk about them, I want to talk about Milwaukee and Philly, bro.
I got so many thoughts.
We kind of already talked about Philly,
Yeah.
but let's talk about Milwaukee, bro.
Listen,
Why under Adrian Griffin they were 30-13, but they fire him, bring in Doc Rivers, and now they 14-28 or something like that,
Mhm.
and then they want to have Darvin hands in the pockets Hams on the team too.
Listen. we keep it away from like the narratives. We keep it away from like the easy to make stories, right? We all here like consume sports for real because we care about it. We're legit fans. But in what world did you think putting Darvin Ham and Doc Rivers together on the same coaching staff would work?
Come on, bro.
One of them, literally, his players are going out and telling people, we don't know what we're doing on the court. And the other one has the most 3-1 leads blown in playoff history as a coach. I don't get the logic behind that at all. And now they've given him so much rope compared to Adrian Griffin, who is by far a much better coach.
Way better.
And offensively, I mean, I feel like you got guys that play 2K every day that could put together a better offense than what they do. You have Damian Lillard and Giannis.
Come on.
It makes itself. If
Literally.
anything, you just got to run a pick and roll all game. Like, it's fairly simple.
Like, Giannis and Dame should be 50 points a night, at least.
It's such an easy combination, and I don't understand at all why they aren't a top 5 offense. I think top 10 for them is kind of an embarrassment for the type of top guys you have. I don't understand Milwaukee. I don't understand what they're doing. I think Brook Lopez is past the hill. It's time to get rid of him.
Keep going hard on them dudes. Salute.
Salute. So I don't get it, bro. It doesn't make sense. And for also a problem for both of them, they coach an older style of basketball. Mm-hmm. And we saw that with the Lakers. You jump from a guy who didn't have any experience. Yeah, they were both first-time head coaches, but JJ coaches a more modern style of basketball on both ends, and it's translated quicker. Darvin still coaches like it's the 2000s. Doc Rivers still coaches like it's the 2000s. You're running stuff that you was running for the 08 Celtics. We don't play that type of game anymore.
At all.
And especially doing that for a guy like Giannis. Giannis could be averaging 35, 40 a night if he used him correctly. So I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it, bro. He shouldn't have it. I don't like seeing people lose their job, in all honesty, but he shouldn't be employed right now.
Nah, for real.
This is
I'm
my opinion.
like, everything you just said, I'm literally with you 100%. I think the hire of Doc Rivers was already bad. We talked about that when it happened.
Yeah.
But then you add Darvin Ham as his assistant. Like,
What are we doing?
did we not just watch him on the Lakers, bro? like you said, Anthony Davis literally came out. I don't even know what we was.
Right.
You got him drawing on the board, keep shooting or something like that. Like, is this a real NBA coach? LeBron was the coach of that team. Like, LeBron was head coach.
Them mic'd up games where he was on the mic were the worst. Y'all
Yeah,
playing
for
hard. Y'all playing hard, man. Run in transition.
He literally, like, he really seemed like he didn't know what he was doing.
No. It's really like they gave him a script. You know, like, you remember on 2K, if you turn the court volume down, you could hear the coaches and the players. He got that script that he be running through. He don't actually be thinking about nothing, bro. I told y'all, I said it last year. I'll pull the clip back up. He's using LA for free paid vacations. He's going all around the country for free.
Literally.
He's
He only
not-
took the job so he could be around Brian.
Yeah, but bro, you really good.
But what's crazy is he played against Brian. That's so wild to me.
It's crazy.
Brian really in year 22.
That's
Still
wild.
hooping.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Giannis is still definitely in his prime.
Yeah.
Still can go out and put up 30 a night, like you said. Dame, he's not exactly in his prime, but he's really not all the way out of it either.
Yeah.
He's still hooping. He was all-star last year.
Yeah.
So I know they wanted to keep this core together because, I mean, they won a ring. But it's time to make some moves.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Do you think this is Giannis' last year in Milwaukee? Because a lot of people are saying he's gone after this year.
I don't know. Giannis is a difficult person to read, you know, like on an individual level, like what he wants. It seems like he wants to stay a Buck his entire career, and I respect that, but I don't think he's going to be content for years like this. He's not a playing type of guy. He wants to be competing. And so you saw Brooklyn, I think Miami are the two front runners to get him. And you let Coach Spo get Giannis. I don't know. That might be a title waiting to happen.
Giannis to the Nets.
Yeah.
That'll really let Cam Thomas be
Cam
Thomas.
Thomas.
Hey,
Come on now.
I ain't gonna lie. That would be a good move if Brooklyn decided to go in on Giannis. What's his contract like? Would it like? Do you think it'd be a trade or?
I'm trying to see his contract situation. But I'm not thinking of a lot of teams. He's going to be a max guy. He signed through 2025.
Yeah, he might be out of there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He might be out of there. Giannis out of the division. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we already talked about Philly. It's just crazy how both of those teams were considered one of the East contenders.
Right.
And of course, it's only 8 games in, but bottom 2.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the top 2. Boston looking the exact same where they left off, and like we already talked about,
It's dangerous.
Tatum looked hungry, bro.
It's dangerous outside, right?
Tatum looked hungry.
Yeah.
But the Cavs 8-0. Donovan Mitchell hooping, Jared Allen hooping, Evan Mobley is really taking that step.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Garland hooping, Georges Niang hooping. Like,
That's crazy.
they really out here cooking. Like, Giannis and Dame put up like 70-something together, and they lost
Right.
to the Cavs like 2 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. They look good.
They look really good. I think Kenny Atkinson, once again, another modern offensive mind. I'm not the biggest fan of his approach at times, but he's a great spacer. He knows how to put, especially guards, in positions to do really well. You saw with his first stint in Brooklyn, he really kind of helped Spencer Dinwiddie become 6th man of the year, get him to a point where teams were really interested in him being a lead guard. D'Lo had his best season of his career under Kenny Atkinson. So now you're seeing that same thing rub off with Mitchell and Garland. And the whole team is shooting the ball so well. 41% from 3. That's second in the league. They've got 5 guys shooting over 40% from the field. And then Mobley, like you said, that's a massive piece to all of this. I think him stepping into the role as the 3rd star was going to make or break this core. You know, if he kind of stayed where he was at, they didn't have a chance of moving. But him adding offensively, being a better spacer, gives him so much more versatility, and it lets you keep a guy like Jared Allen offensively, lets you keep him late in games, and then you still have so much paint in the room in the paint to work. So I'm really excited for them. I'm not sold on them being like a true title contender, but I think they can cause some real problems.
Yeah, they look, like I already said, they look great.
They look great.
So let's go out west. You want to talk about OKC.
Whoo!
How is that defense looking, bro? They 7-0 right now.
It's honestly one of the most impressive things I think I've ever seen. We just did a post about it. Y'all should go and check it out. They rolled out an all-guard lineup. I kid you not. 5 guards on the court. And they had 9 steals in a quarter. I don't know how you managed to do that. Alex Caruso was guarding DeAndre Ayton, and they were still getting rebounds. They were still defending. It's so impressive. Chet has taken that next step, like without question. Chet's an all-star level guy now. And offensively, things are going to take care of themselves. You got so much talent. You still got J-Dub and SGA, but there's no one that isn't pressuring the ball. So everyone's up. Everyone's able to defend. They can switch. They can get into more complex coverages. They have high IQ guys. So they just have so much versatility. I think they broke out like a 2-1-2 zone. And so it's like you don't see people running stuff like that, and it's confusing. So you switching in the same game, they're playing man-to-man and like drop with Chet. You got a 2-1-2 zone. You got an all-guard lineup switching 1 through 5. So it's so difficult to game plan for that because most teams have one consistent weakness you can attack, you can continue to create advantages off of, but they can shapeshift mid-game. So I am so impressed by them. I'm convinced they're probably the best team out west right now.
Yeah. It's like low-key want to say in the league.
Low-key.
Obviously, you got Boston.
Yeah.
But you low-key want to say in the league because
Low-key.
looking at the MVP award tracker on Basketball Reference, they have 3 players in the top 10. Shea's number 1. Chet number 5.
Rightfully so. He's
And
been
then J-Dub number 9. But yeah, I want to talk about Chet, bro. Hooping. He's all-star this year.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we know the West is deep, especially in the front court, but Chet, he has to get the all-star nod, especially if he keeps playing like this.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, he be out-dueling Wemby every time, though.
Every time.
Like, every game.
Every single time.
I think he's 3-1 against him.
Yeah. I think I've been trying to hold off on this, and it might seem jumpy, but I think Wemby is generational. I think he's great, but we are ignoring some evident holes in his game. Number one is shot selection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got the bag, but that should be something you pull out on occasion. You know, you still are 7'4", but the problem with that is you can't just say go to the post. He's not strong. He's not physically strong enough to be on the block with some of these traditional centers. So they got to find some type of balance there or get him moving off ball. Do something more creative to free him up, give him some looks. So I don't think he's just going to run away with the league like people think. You know, Ant is right there. If I'm picking, I'm going to take Paolo over Wemby. I know people not going to rock with that, and I get it. It's cool. But a healthy Paolo, I would rather have Paolo be the starter and cornerstone of my franchise.
Speaking of Paolo, bro, soon as that news dropped, Colin and I were devastated, bro. Because y'all know, past 2 episodes, we are speaking so highly of Paolo Banchero for like a good 10 minutes each time. But now he's out indefinitely.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that doesn't always mean the rest of the season, but it would probably be to like February, March.
It's going to be a little
Sadly.
Yeah.
Because, like we talked about, man, he was really about to take that leap. He really took that leap last year.
Yeah.
It really his rookie year he took a leap, but
Right.
now he's about to step into that superstar role.
Exactly.
But he gets hurt. Tragic.
It is.
But praise up for him. He'll recover. But yeah, OKC looks really great. Like, not gonna lie. Are they like the team to beat out there? Do you think?
I would say so. LA defensively still has a long way to go, and you've got AR and D'Lo in your backcourt, so you're gonna have a hard time stopping good backcourts, especially out in the West. So I worry about them defensively with Bron aging as well. His effort's gonna decline on the defensive end, so a lot of that's falling on AD's shoulders. Phoenix, I don't think they're physically imposing enough. Their offense is amazing. I love watching Phoenix hoop on the offensive end, but defensively, you've got a lot of holes. You don't have consistent paint protection. Nurkic, I'm not a big fan. I feel like they need more wings as well. And so you just look at OKC. I forgot about the Dubs. The Dubs, that's a conversation. I got to see more. But I'm a firm believer in the Dubs this year.
Yeah,
they look fantastic. And only reason I'm going to go with OKC, I feel like Daigneault can outcoach Steve Kerr in a series. Daigneault just be throwing stuff out of his bag, dude.
For real.
They had a game, maybe it was their opener versus Denver, dude. They ran like 4 consecutive ghost screens. Like, that's just some crazy stuff nobody does. And so the concepts that they use offensively is super elite. Defensively, we just talked about that. They're 9 points better than the second best defensive team, which is Golden State. So, like, this is like peak defense, where you're not getting much better than this in 2024.
Yeah.
So I'm going with them. I think OKC is the team to beat. And eventually we're going to have to talk about them in Boston. If they keep hooping like this, like, that's a series. It's a real conversation.
That will feed. I'm ready for that. But yeah, like you said, the Warriors 6-1. They look good. Played a couple games without Steph. But the thing is, they aren't really playing contenders.
True.
Like, people want to say the Clippers are a contender. So that's the only team they lost to this year. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I like how Buddy Hield is low-key becoming that Splash Brother replacement.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense because that's Buddy Hield's whole play style is really how the Warriors have been playing for the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, because even going back to the Monte Ellis days.
Right.
So I think that Buddy Hield pickup was great replacement to Klay Thompson, who, I ain't gonna lie, Klay, he's doing his thing in Dallas. Dallas don't look too bad. It's just kind of the same struggles they had last year defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Derek Lively right now, so we'll have to see how Dallas really works out. But Denver's kind of iffy, man.
I'm not gonna hold you. I am completely out on Denver.
Yeah.
Completely out. Like,
Was KCP that important? Was it KCP?
yeah, he might be. He might be. And I think we talked about this a little bit last week, but you can't go 2 straight years letting 3 legit pieces of your rotation leave with no replacement. And Jamal Murray, I don't know if he's just aging rapidly or he's hurt, but he just doesn't look like he's able to create separation. He's really struggling. And so you've got Nikola Jokic putting on insane stats, phenomenal performances, and they're still losing. So 4-3, like it's decent, but I'm not a believer. Their defense looks disgusting, in all honesty. Like, they don't got nobody that can defend, especially on the perimeter. All you got is Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun. Shout out Christian Braun. He be strapping up, but everyone else concerns me, man.
And their shooting numbers have not
Very
really
suspect.
been great. Jokic is the best shooter on the team right now.
Right.
Which, don't get me wrong, Jokic is a good shooter, but should he be the best on the team? No.
Right.
He's only taking 4 a game.
Yeah, they're 29th in 3-point attempted. So that, like, they're 37th, which is 37% in 3-point percentage, which is good, but you don't have people taking it in volume.
Right.
So no one respects it. And what's Jamal Murray? He's averaging 16 a game. That's not enough.
No, especially after the contract they just gave him.
Right. 37% from the field, 30% from 3, not enough. Russ, I don't think that experiment's working. 28% from the field is kind of crazy.
It's not.
You know, and some of the turnovers look so bad. They look bad.
Like, I'm a Russ believer, bro. I love Russ Westbrook. Grew up on Russ.
Yeah.
But it's time for him to get out of that. I'm still the guy. I'm still MVP. I'm still Mr. Triple Double. He needs to get out of that. Become the role player, bro. Because his whole career had changed night and day. Like, Harden's not necessarily a role player, but he's changed his role over the years, and he's still a very elite basketball player.
Exactly.
Like, he knows he's not about to just give me the ball and move out the way. Like, he still does that, but he's not about to. He knows he's not getting 37 a game anymore.
Right.
So he's transitioned into more of a 10, 11, 8 assists a night type of person. So I just think Westbrook has to find a way to adapt, or else
He's not going to have a job.
He's going to get bounced out of the league.
Like, in all honesty.
how Twitter says he about to start having to learn Mandarin.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of touched on AD having a lot on his shoulders. I ain't gonna lie, he's doing it though.
He is.
I mean, he's averaging. Oh, I just had it.
I'm there with it. AD got 32
points in the game, leading the league
Come on.
with 11 boards, shooting 57% from the field, with 2 blocks.
Damn
That's
near 2
MVP level.
steals.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like,
He's hooping. If he plays more than 70 games, he has to at least be top 3.
he's absolutely hooping. And I think a lot of people have known that this needed to happen a while ago. But I don't think Darvin had the
Skill.
skill.
Ability.
Right.
Also, I would say maybe the confidence to tell LeBron, like, we need to feature AD more. We need to build this around AD. Because the thing is, if you build around a guy like AD, LeBron's smart enough to know and adjust his game. He'll always get his. You know, LeBron, and you can switch to LeBron ball ASAP. LeBron's got a very specific style, and all you need to do is put some shooting on the floor, spread it out, let him post up, let people cut, and he'll find the help, find his reads. That's easy. But to create movement like J.J. Redick has around AD, build an offense out of the post, create some sets for him, that is going to take them farther. And so, plus, Bron is year 22, right? Yeah. You got to give him some reprieve at some point. You can't burn him out in the regular season. So Also, to the people at TNT, the people on the internet, y'all hated on AD for a long time, and I mean so much. But I don't hear the same type of chatter now. I don't think that's
I
fair.
know why.
I don't think that's fair. You know?
That was me. A Disney made of glass. So,
on that stuff.
but don't get me wrong, I've always been a fan of AD's game.
Yeah.
Since he was at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
When he walked into Bloomington and got buzzer beatered on by, the Hoosiers. But then they won the Natty later that year, and then he plays in the Olympics, gets
Right.
gold,
Mm-hmm.
immediately comes to the Pelicans, he's already one of the best players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not wrong to say he had struggles with staying healthy throughout the year.
Let me.
He's gotten a lot better though.
My thing was never, I guess, the actual injuries. It was more so people that commented on his style of play said he was soft, said he didn't have, he tried to play a finesse game, or he wasn't aggressive enough. If you watched a lot of those games, I mean, this was like more so pointed. You remember TNT get up there and just drag them every night.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you watch these games, in the second half, they're running LeBron pick and roll, LeBron post up, LeBron pick and roll, LeBron post up. Where is his involvement in the offense? I don't see how it's exactly easy for him to get the same type of looks. And there'd be games he'll start out 6 of 6, 15 in the first half, and he touched the ball like 6 times in the second half. So you got to be consistent on a coaching and strategic end as well.
Right. I also, obviously, I am a columnist. I write for the Pacers, cover the Pacers.
Yes, sir.
Got to talk about them. The first few games were a little iffy.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to say it looked like they were kind of still shaking off the rust, but even then, I don't know. But they've picked it up. I think Rick Carlisle is finally realizing that you have to play Benedict Mathurin.
You have to.
Like, I don't care how little you think of his defensive skill. You
Mhm.
have to play him because
Yeah.
his offensive production is just that much better than his defense that you have to play him. And it's like obvious that, I mean, you watch the Boston game. It's obvious that in the playoff run they missed that production.
Right.
Like, people always, fans always want to talk about the Bucks having injuries and Knicks having injuries. Pacers missed their probably second or third best scorer.
Right.
But I think now that he's figuring out that this lineup is what works. I know Aaron Nesmith is hurt, and that's why, but the starting lineup of Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner,
It's crazy.
that cooks.
Right.
Like, that roster walked into Dallas and left with a pretty comfortable W.
Yeah.
And they just beat the Magic. I know Magic don't have Banchero, but the Magic still played pretty well, and Pacers still beat them comfortably. So I think that 5 right there, obviously when Nesmith comes back, you're going to have to figure out how to give him rotation because he has to play too. But what they really need to figure out, though, is their center situation. Because Miles Turner has been a little banged up. He's still playing, though. But Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman both tore their Achilles already.
Woo. That's rough.
So a lot of Pacers fans are saying they have to make a move.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, you really have to because the backup 5 is Jarris Walker. And I love Jarris, but he's not a center.
Right.
He's a 3-4. But, yeah, I think the Pacers are still legit. They just got to figure out this rotation, and Rick
Yeah.
Carlisle has to be better,
Yeah.
especially
No,
in the fourth.
I agree with you for sure. If you want him to be a better defender, teach him to be a better defender.
Right.
We've seen
Because he
guys-
has that dog in him. He has that mentality. He
Exactly.
can definitely be shaped into
Right.
a good defender.
He's got the physical tools, so now it's just one, ensuring that his effort is there, and 2, ensuring that he knows concepts, coverages, and as a coach, it's your job to teach that. It's your
Right.
job to make sure that that's being worked on. But one thing you can't teach is someone getting to 16 points a game. You can sit there and try to drill all these things, but once you get to this level of basketball, you can't just develop a guy over a year into a 16-point per game score.
Yeah.
So I'm with you 1,000%. You got to take your lumps defensively, develop him, do right on your job as a coach, and then let him cook, bro. Too valuable to be sitting on the bench.
Right. Man, college basketball finally back.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know that's my favorite.
Yes, sir.
Like, basketball is my favorite sport, period,
Mhm.
but specifically, it's college basketball.
Yep.
Always. So it's finally back. That first night, I ain't gonna lie, that first night had a lot of great games. I caught myself watching Southern Illinois playing Charleston at 1 p.m. on YouTube.
That's crazy.
And it was a good game, though.
That's crazy.
So I'm very excited that it's back. IU's number 17. They looking pretty good. I'm mad I stayed up for that Gonzaga and Baylor game though, because tip-off wasn't until like 11:30,
The West Coast games. Crazy.
and the Chiefs and Bucks game went to overtime. So
Mhm.
you know the start of the game was on ESPNU,
Right.
and then Gonzaga beats Baylor by 40.
Is that the game where
And then
Coach Son got
Coach Few put in his son in the last minute or so.
He got boomed on.
V-
VJ
got
Edgecombe said, "Hey, I don't care about y'all charity minutes, bro." And he
Got
punched on
boomed
him.
on
Why
him.
did he jump?
Yeah, that was
I guess
Get out
that's
the way.
I looked at the little press conference after. I guess that's what he teached him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Coach
Like,
Pops, shut up.
Get out the way.
I'm not jumping.
This is a 5-star freshman. Like, I think he was top 10. And you see him coming down an express lane, and it's just you down there. You think he about to punch it? You don't think he about to punch that?
Then it's
Get
like,
out the
bro,
way.
Look at the size difference. Look at the athletics.
That's what I'm
difference.
saying.
Like, bro, you was not blocking that.
That was a good contest, though. It was a good contest. If he was going to put up a layup. This dude head was almost at the rim.
And it make it worse when people fall after they get done.
Oh, bro, you saw him laughing as soon as he hit the ground. He like, ah.
He knew
what
it
make
was up.
worse, bro.
And then when they asked him about it in the press conference, all three of the players up there had to put their head down and try not to laugh.
Well,
You know they was clowning him in the locker room.
Oh,
They
yeah.
probably clowning him right now.
Yeah.
so let me ask y'all: would y'all rather? Okay, if you got punched on, would you rather do one of the ones where you jump and like fall, or would you rather do a nuts to the face?
I'm a fall.
Fall.
I'm a fall.
So that mean you went straight up with, bro. Nuts in the face, though. Take
That's
me out, coach.
disrespectful. Yeah.
Coach, take me out.
You see the Christian Braun joint when he dunked on Rudy?
Oh,
And
yeah.
He got in his
switch
face.
hands.
Yes.
Hey,
No. It
Nah,
was a two-handed
I-
joint.
Oh,
it's different.
two-handed.
He cocked
That-
it back.
twice?
and
Yeah,
boom.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
you see how
I'll
4-time
pull it up.
defensive player of the year? You got to ask which one.
He drive down the lane, he cock it back, and then he just stand in Rudy's face.
Rudy damn near swung on him.
I would
And
say-
Westbrook pulled up, and Rudy looked shook.
Oh, I did. Nah, I ain't
Yeah.
see the dunk, but I saw the
Yeah,
little
that's what it was
video of
from.
him looking scared. Hey, that was fraud.
He come down here.
Boom, you don't even know. Christian Brown.
Oh my
like,
lord. Oh my lord.
this is the 4-time defensive player of the year, though.
It's crazy.
Rain-
You
raining.
get boomed on and you get scared because he running up on.
Oh, you
my
saw
lord.
Russ?
I
No
did see like
problems.
the video of Russ run up on him. I saw his face. He looked shook, boy. Like he saw a ghost.
Oh my goodness.
He boomed on him. Oh my goodness. Twice is crazy. And he stood in your face like I would have.
Ooh, yeah, that's disgusting.
I'd have put him. in
That's one of the better in-game dunks I think I've ever seen, bro.
Would have had to put him in the.
But then
full
you
Nelson.
see, like, it could be a 3-on-1, but Wemby coming down, they pull it out
Exactly.
every time. They just show you that Rudy Gobert puts no fear in nobody's heart, bro.
For real.
They see him and look at a cone.
Oh, facts.
But
No way.
women's basketball back too. Women's
Yeah.
college basketball started the year off with a money game, bro.
Mhm.
USC versus Ole Miss went down to the wire. It was like 63-65.
Mhm.
USC won though, but that was a great game. We in for a good year.
Oh yeah.
South Carolina almost lost to Michigan, and South Carolina number 1.
Yeah.
Michigan not even ranked.
Mm.
But Ball State women's basketball, they had a good little win over Old Dominion. I think this could be a year that they actually get ranked, though,
Okay.
because they play at Ohio State, who is top 15
Mm-hmm.
or number 14 or 15 or whatever. That one's most likely a loss. But that next game, they play North Carolina, who is also ranked. But that one is in the Bahamas tournament.
Boy,
So
Mouse?
that one,
boy, I thought you
Nah,
were
it's
about
not
to
for
say, or I
Atlantis.
was about to say, Thought you were finna say Worthing, boy.
But I think they could very well beat North Carolina, and so if they do, they have to be ranked.
Yep.
They're finna be solid this year. Ball State men, they went down to Georgia State and they lost, but they lost by 4. And both teams shot very poor, but at the end of the day, it's first game of the year. Every team in the country shot very poorly their first game, so it's a long season. But before we cap this off, we gotta talk about Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel was this Saturday.
Over playing my tribal chief.
Let's just do like how we did last week. Let's just go down the card.
Bet.
So I'll start with how we feel about the Crown Jewel Championship. Did the right person win?
Both, yeah. I would say so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. Good matches.
Yeah.
I kind of did want to see Gunther win that, but I get Cody winning.
Yeah, they wasn't finna have go through B. I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
lie.
Cody is a top
Right.
act. Period.
Yeah.
Not
Literally.
even top face. He's
They
a top
wasn't
act.
do that.
And Crown Jewel makes them so much money.
Right. And that finishing sequence was fire with him. He kept locking in the sleeper.
Yeah.
And Cody kept getting out. I was like, yeah.
And it's
That
like
was
you
good.
knew them two was gonna put on a good match.
Exactly. It's easy.
Two good wrestlers. I ain't gonna lie.
And we like Liv winning over
Of
Nia
course.
Jax.
Of course.
Always. What
Always.
you mean?
So what?
Who should be?
Dang near put on my shirt when she won.
Bro did get that merch. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How we feel about Randy Orton and KO not even being an actual match, just being a brawl?
Boo.
If I was
Should've been a match.
So if I was in Saudi Arabia, I'm not letting them leave. I paid y'all to have
Nah,
a
get in
match.
that ring, bro.
Where you
Ring
won?
the bell.
What you mean y'all not gonna have a match?
Like that brawl, perfectly fine on a
Yeah,
Raw or a
right.
SmackDown or something, or at the end of a different pay per view.
Mhm.
But if y'all gonna act like y'all giving them a match, y'all should just
You're not leaving.
Right.
give them a match.
Right.
Put
You
that
feel me?
plane down.
I like that feud though,
No facts.
because
right.
they'll probably end up fighting at Royal Rumble or
Right.
something like that. And it's gonna feed because I'm gonna be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, we in that. We got man. We in that.
I'm there.
For sure.
As soon as they drop them tickets, I ain't gonna
Yes,
lie.
sir.
I go in debt. But y'all will catch us at Lucas Oil Stadium, February, whatever. It's
Was it 25th?
I sell some.
This is all props. This is an act. I don't condone. But how we feel about the? We talked about it last week. I didn't like the Bloodline Civil War
No.
being this soon,
No.
but I get what they're doing. They trying to they made the new Bloodline win
Mm-hmm.
and had Solo actually pin Roman. Like I get it, but
I hate to see my tribal chief get
now though,
Right.
that Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I wasn't really messing with it either, but I just hate to see my tribal chief.
No Glaze. Like, he got a lot of aura when you know.
Oh,
just the
Glaze.
entrance.
Oh, Glaze. I
You
don't
know.
care.
Bro, I talked about this on a podcast with Kyle Smelly and Corbin Hubert, the Turnbuckle podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling, like, aura, you have to.
Gotta
like,
have
You
aura.
have to have aura if you're going to be a good wrestler.
And Roman
Like,
has
face or
maxed
heel?
out.
And Roman has some of the most aura, probably ever. Like, especially as the tribal chief gimmick.
You right.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Just the switch in the fit, the all red boots,
Yeah.
and then the little wrist
And
wraps.
he looked more ripped,
He
too.
yeah, he been in the gym, bro. You can tell. You can tell. Like
Yes.
he
Like,
just,
he
yeah.
looked bigger at WrestleMania, don't get me wrong, but he looks more, like,
And the
Right.
beard,
toned and,
Mhm.
you know.
him growing the beard out. That
Yeah.
man, he just when he come out for that entrance and just stand there and just boy,
I be standing in front of my TV.
one's up.
One's up.
I'll be on my knees. Holding
Oh,
my
chief.
That's my tribal chief.
And the
He is-
funny thing is, he's so serious, though. Like, he really get on his knees
I love you, Roman.
and praise the tribal chief.
I
Like,
miss Paul Heyman so much, bro.
I miss him too,
I
boy.
miss
bro,
Paul Heyman,
when
man.
Paul Heyman come out, that pop is gonna be insane.
Crazy.
He,
You think it'd be at Survivor Series?
I need.
Nah, it gotta be a like.
I don't know. The Survivor Series is like, I can see them doing it at that because that's one of their flagship
Right.
four,
Yeah.
and that's where the war games would be at.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see.
Either that or like Royal Rumble.
Try what you. Yeah, it would be one of those two. I feel like at Royal Rumble that they gonna have. That's when they gonna do the Roman versus Solo match
Yeah.
at the Rumble.
I wonder what they're gonna do for Mania, bro.
It's gonna be Roman and Rock.
Gotta be.
It has to be
But
Roman Rock.
apparently it's supposed to be a WrestleMania we don't expect. I don't know
Who
what
said
that
that?
mean. I saw it on like Twitter, bro. Apparently, I mean,
It's gonna be Roman Rock.
granted,
We know.
I hope it is.
I think the two main events will be Roman Rock, and then
CM.
I can see Cody Cena
Mm-hmm.
or Cody Randy,
Mm.
and then CM Punk probably Seth Rollins.
Well,
Hey, I know who they. I bet not see on that WrestleMania card. Goldberg. I bet not
Please.
see that dumb shit.
please.
Don't get me started, bro. Bro can't even really wrestle.
No, he's not a good wrestler.
Goldberg got ordered though. Like, can we?
Not anymore.
But
He
now-
Not
lost it.
anymore. Don't get me wrong,
I'm
but
about to say,
the whole
yeah, back in the day.
Goldberg,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
That's ordered.
But I'm not gonna
And
lie.
when he
like,
come out from the,
I got a real hatred for him.
backstage.
Ever since I forget what Crown Jewel it was, but when the Fiend had the belt, and
Yeah,
he took
no,
the belt off the
please.
Fiend.
Why would you remind me of that?
I was a senior. No, I was a sophomore in high school, and I was pissed off. I had a project. We stayed after school,
bro,
bro.
young.
I never forget where I was at, and I was since that day I've hated Goldberg, bro. If I see him,
brother.
it's up.
Yeah, bro.
What's up?
I don't want to see.
Yeah,
Goldberg wrestle.
when he came back in like what 16,
Yeah.
17, I was like, okay, bro. That's when I really realized he can't wrestle.
He
Because
got
as
one
a
move.
kid,
Right.
you don't really
Mm-hmm.
think about that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So it's like you just see Goldberg, you just hear the chant, you see him come out of the
Right.
backstage, and then he
He got
jackhammer and spearing everybody.
No
like,
bag.
but no bag.
On
at
his
all.
WWE character, you got two buttons: spear,
Bro,
jackhammer. That's
don't
it.
even get me started on Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
No bag
Bagless.
at all.
bagless.
Like that one match on the road to WrestleMania or whatever, where you have to be Hulk Hogan,
It's the worst.
and then you can't even skip him, bro. Like,
He's terrible. Both of them might be two of the bagless superstars we've ever seen. It's kind of disgusting, in all honesty. He's not had a great match since he came back. You remember the one with Undertaker where he gave Undertaker a concussion?
yeah.
He's not good.
I didn't
He's
like
not
that
good,
whole
bro.
Brock Goldberg saga either because why are they
Bro.
both just beating each other in 15 seconds?
Right.
Fit like dog. That first one pissed me off. Like you hit this man with what was it like 3 spears?
3 spears.
And then pin him and it took like what? Not even a minute.
Yes.
That pissed me
It
off.
was trash. It was garbage. Oh, and the other match, the tag team women's championship. We talked about that one. I'm so ready for them to split,
Yeah.
bro.
It's time,
Like,
bro. It's time.
Hey,
I love them as a tag team.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Women's wrestling really is on the come up though, for real. Like
I'm ready to see heel Jade out here for real, bro.
me too.
Cause that's the other big WrestleMania match I'm thinking is gonna be Jade versus Bianca.
Yeah.
Not for a belt, just them boxing.
Yeah, that's going to be pivotal, man. We need to see that.
Hey, but on a serious note, that one tag team, bro, what's their name? It's Last Legend.
Yeah, they tough too.
Some
Last
Jackson?
Legend-
Tough.
Some Jackson, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, like women's wrestling is
Jakara
really, is
Jackson.
really
Mhm.
coming up for real. Like
It is. Talent
Hey,
level.
Just go look at the NXT.
Yeah.
Like the whole women's
NXT
card in
cook.
NXT is fire.
NXT
Shout out Shawn
cook.
They
Michaels,
can
man.
Like
You know what he doing.
D-Generation X really running wrestling right now
Right.
and cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see it, bro. I love to see it. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Of course, always got to shout out social media.
we're gonna skip the architect, Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk.
See, that match was forgettable to me. I ain't gonna lie. It was cool though. You know, I'm always
I missed the
happy
old
to see my dog Seth win though.
I missed the old Seth. Though, I ain't gonna lie. I miss pre-surgery Seth, man.
Bronson Reed's gear was tough. The
Yeah, I
MF
like
Doom,
I like what they doing
Bro,
with
really
Bronson,
smooth.
but that match
he
was
he
I don't
good in the
know.
ring.
It wasn't one. I ain't gonna lie. It
It
wasn't
should've
one
been
I
a lot better.
was seeing for real. Like I didn't think that was gonna happen for real.
Yeah.
But
I like what they doing with Bronson though. Making
Yeah.
him Just a mad
Mhm.
big dude.
Him
With
and
whoop
Braun.
ass. Braun Strowman.
No. Dude who got the
Oh,
Intercontinental.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Hey, that little
rock with
preview
Breaker.
of him and Jacob. Did y'all see that on Raw? That one?
No, but that's crazy.
Bro,
I ain't watched Raw in a couple.
They had
weeks,
them
man.
going face to face, bruh. It definitely was like a preview for a match to come between him
That's
and
gonna
Jacob.
be crazy.
That's gonna
Jacob got a lot of like elite matchups on the horizon.
He got a bag.
He got a bag. Who at that size is doing a jump with no hands off the into a
But what's crazy is though, when he was in the indie circuit, he was bigger.
Mhm.
He was literally like a baby Umaga. Still
It's-
doing all that though.
that's crazy.
He got a bag.
Him and Roman. I need
Yeah,
to
I
see
need
that.
that. I need
I
that
have
match.
to see
I need that match.
Absolutely.
Like
Dana, I wanted more than him and Solo. Like I like Solo. I'm a Solo
yeah,
fan.
I don't even want to watch a Roman versus Solo, but they gonna give it to us regardless.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see Jacob and Roman.
Two big dogs. Yeah, y'all
That
think
match
y'all
gonna
think they're gonna have Jacob and Solo fight eventually?
Eventually,
Yeah.
I can see that being like a WrestleMania, low key.
Depending on how the tribal thing goes.
Have Fatu defect
Oh,
or
if
something.
Solo
Yeah.
if Solo
And
lose
then-
to Roman, it's gonna mess with Jacob.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel me?
Hey,
We
I
could really
love-
right, bro. We could really be bookers.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
No
bro,
honesty,
what?
bro.
I love Toma
Triple
Tonga
H, come
too.
see us, bro.
Toma Tonga be killing me.
What about the White Six? What they been on?
Hey, they just took out. What's that?
You think we'll get a War Games of them in the Alpha Academy?
I want to see
They-
it.
Or
they on
we're
the
not
new-
American made now?
Yeah, nah, they on the new little thing now.
I know.
I wish we could have saw that. I didn't know they was gonna do the match on Raw when they fought them.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be pay per view. They could.
It was a pay-per-view match, though.
It was. They
But
could.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy, though, because we don't really get that. Haven't really been getting that.
Yeah.
Like, Vince always just saved the big matches for the pay-per-views, whereas when we was coming up, and obviously
Whoa.
before us, we would get some bangers on Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
Smack. Oh my. Jeff Hardy
bangers.
bangers on SmackDown used to hit.
Literally.
Random week, Edge would be
Random.
fighting freaking Rey Mysterio, main
Oh,
event of
bro.
SmackDown. Like you don't get that.
Still
You
bro.
get
Cage
CM Punk and
matches.
John Cena on Raw.
Right. They last match on Raw, one of the greatest
On
matches
Raw,
I've ever
bro.
seen in my life.
You would get Undertaker
Classic.
Triple H on Raw or
On
something.
Raw.
I mean, SmackDown.
Right.
I miss when they used to do steel cage matches like religiously.
And they used
Facts.
to. Oh, bro. They was like one like every
Right.
week or two.
I missed that, bro.
Oh, bro. Especially on SmackDown.
You see Jeff Hardy sitting at the top, could easily escape.
Literally. Could
Hit
easily
down
win.
down.
And JR, Michael Cole on the conversation.
Whoa.
No, Jeff.
Yo, son of a bitch. I missed
Yeah,
those.
he gonna
man.
jump down there. And most likely lose, though, which is
Exactly.
always what was crazy.
Exactly.
Pissed me off.
But yeah, I miss, like, the titles used to change on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays
and
it's only on
heavyweight,
pay-per-views.
like, world
That's
heavyweight
what I'm talking about.
titles.
Like, the main titles used
Right.
to change a lot, too.
I just hope they start bringing that back more. Because, I mean, they had Jay lose it.
Yeah.
I hope they start bringing that back more. They need to.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. As always, make sure y'all keeping up with us on social media. Got something going up all the time. Like
Yeah.
Colin said, we had something go up literally yesterday. Probably gonna have something come up within the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up with Ball State football, man. Shout out Coach G.
Shout out Coach G.
Uh,
Glad to have my dog back, man.
always keep up with Do Studios. I'm a
Yes, sir.
dude. He doing big things right now, so
Yup.
he too busy for us.
He
nah,
pro
I'm
level.
playing. And by the time we record next week, I'll have a Pacers first 10 games in review.
Yes, sir.
Also, check out the Ball State men's basketball preview that just came out a few days ago. So, yeah, appreciate y'all.